What is up, guys? I'm Daddy Gamer Fred, back again with another Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon news update video. Now, I just wanted to get this spoiler warning out in front of before I jump into the news. Spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning. Now, I have read this news article and immediately was like, oh, I wish I didn't. I wish there was a way to cover this without actually going over in detail what the spoilers are. But if you again do want to stay away from spoilers, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. But if you don't mind a little bit of spoilers, stick around, because even I was kind of upset about reading this when I seen it, and I was just like, oh, I wish I had that surprising game. With that being said, you know, games always usually get spoiled around the time it's coming out anyway, so that's neither here or there. There's a couple of dope information, and I do hope a lot of information is saved for I can be surprised when jumping into the game. So with that said and that out the way, I'm getting my news information from sarahb.net. I'm having a link in the description below just in case you want to check it out. But basically, let's jump into the news and see what they had to say. They said some new information has come out about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon via an interview in Famitsu magazine, which has leaked on a Japanese blog. Now, I'm probably saying that magazine wrong, but roast me in the comments about it. Go ahead. It says, at present, the magazine is not out, so details may require further translation. One of the reasons why I probably wanted to wait more about doing this video is that we probably get an update with more stuff that came out of this interview, and if we do get more information, I'll probably just do another video on it, tell you the truth. And it says it confirms that the game is further detailed than people believed, with there being further post-game story content than before, adding that it is far more in-depth than Pokemon Emerald and Platinum in terms of changes that the game story is twice of that of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, they're saying that the post game is going to be more than the stuff that you did in Emerald, so I'm thinking Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire falls in that category as well, saying, you know, the Delta chapter is going to be more expansive and more, you know, post-game stuff than that. Platinum, I actually don't remember too much of the post-game stuff in Platinum. Let me know in the comment section below how deep and, you know, feature-proof was the post-game in Platinum. I'm kind of having, I mean, it was a couple of years ago. I'm having a hard time remembering. But the fact that is going to have twice the story of Pokemon Sun and Moon, to me indicates that if we're getting a long story mode in this game. Sun and Moon was already clocking in at a couple of hours. I want to say it was like 6 to 8 hours if you did a full run in a day. I remember when I first got it and my first playthrough of it, I enjoyed, you know, the story mode, as far as I was out catching Pokemon. I wasn't trying to rush through and breeze through the story mode to cover it. You know, I did a review, but it was more so just to keep in line, just to have the full Sun and Moon experience. I enjoyed it and treated it like a, you know, game that I played for years, because that's what it kind of felt like. It kind of felt like I was playing, you know, Yellow again, or, you know, Red and Blue, to the point that it was, you know, I adopted a new version of the same game. You know, that's how Pokemon tends to feel for me, and I like, you know, stretching it, making it have legs. And, you know, I stressed that in my review, and I'm going to stress that again. You know, Sun and Moon, a lot of people breezed through it and had a, you know, review up in a day, and I kind of didn't see the point. A lot of people who want, you know, content for this game, and they want to enjoy it, and I feel like me doing the same thing while, you know, reviewing the game, also, you know, was enjoying it and letting time pass, as far as, you know, me not just rushing through the story just to, you know, to soak everything in. I was definitely enjoying the sights and enjoying the features and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see how long this game is going to actually be, and how much the story is going to take a turn from the original base Sun and Moon games. Because if it's twice the length, is this just twice the length at the end, at the post game stuff, or are we seeing stuff that's going to be integrated in between? Because we do see, with a couple of leaked stuff and the stuff that we do see in the trailer, we do see that they are adding stuff, to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that's going to be part of the regular base story. So my question is how integrated those stuff is going to be, and if others is going to be pushed to post game, end game stuff, which I'm kind of doubting. Kind of think is going to be more intertwined with the main story of this game. And again, I can't wait. It also states that catching and training Pokemon will have elements to make it easier to attain compared to Sun and Moon. Now, reading this, my first thing that comes up to my head is Auras. I mean, I have to compare it to Auras as far as it is it's a sequel game, just like Auras, even though it was kind of a remake. But it took the stuff from X and Y and build upon it, just like how Sun and Moon is going to take Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, is taking the stuff from Sun and Moon and building upon it. What I think we're going to be seeing is here, as far as it making easier to catch and train, we're probably going to see a lot of stuff that the Rotom Dex is going to be able to do to help us as far as catch Pokemon, kind of like I don't want to say it. Yeah, kind of like how in Auras, again, you can you could use the Dex Navi to find Pokemon in the wild that were higher level, or maybe even sneak up on them and stuff like that. I don't think the sneaking up mechanic is going to be coming back per se, but I think that idea of using your Dex Nav to maybe spot a Pokemon in the wild, and you go out and battle it, and that Pokemon may have better IDs or exclusive moves or even a higher level. And I think that's what they're stating as far as making it easier, catching Pokemon that's easier to catch and to train and stuff like that. And I think that is dope, that they're if you put in the extra work, you can get stronger Pokemon, in somebody who's just, again, breezing by the game is just gonna bump into a lower level, with different types of moves than someone who's gonna be staying in that patch of grass and trying to, grind out and trying to figure out if there is a gem hidden there. And I think that's dope. Continuing on, it said it also confirms that you will encounter various legendary Pokemon through Ultra Wormholes when you travel through portals on Solgaleo and Lunala, including legendary Pokemon, noting the possibility of Mewtwo. Now, again, this is where I wanted to say spoiler territory, because if I would have had encountered this in the game without any spoilers, my mind would have been blown like it was before. I remember this is nostalgia talking, back in the day, post game Red and Blue, this is before the internet and stuff like that. I remember thinking I was completely done in the game, like there was nothing more to do. And that was around the same time the Pokemon movie was coming out, and I did know of Mewtwo, but to go in that cave and actually find him and see him, and it was like mind blown that I had to actually complete the game in order to get a cave open to find another legendary. To me, blew my mind. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. And back in that day, it was a testament to how good those games were. And I love that. I love that it was rewarding you for not even just beating the game, but continuing your journey. And I feel like they're doing the same thing here, which to me, 2 thumbs up again. The fact that they name drop Mewtwo again is to bring people like me, nostalgia boys, who remember these days of catching Mewtwo, and yeah, it's working. I'm gonna get Ultra Moon day 1, and I'm gonna enjoy it. But the idea that we're gonna be catching them through wormholes brings the question up: where exactly we're gonna be going through these wormholes? Are we gonna be able to pop up, in Kanto? And is that where we're going, like through these wormholes? Are we going to Cerulean Cave, like through a wormhole? That'd be dope. But I'm kind of curious on how exactly that's going to work and how they're going to try to explain it. Because again, it said it confirms that you will encounter various legendary Pokemon. Various. Now, different. Maybe we're traveling all over the world, you know, and jumping to where legendary Pokemon spawn. Kind of, again, comparing it to ORAS, where, you know, in the post game, you can fly around with your, I forgot the Latios thing, where you can soar in the sky and basically fly around to these islands and catch legendary Pokemon that way. And that to me was amazing. That was dope. It blew my mind to think about it. It literally was like, that first time I got that feature, I was just like, oh shit, I could fly anywhere. Oh shit, I could encounter regular Pokemon in the wild, you know, while I'm flying. And then I seen that I can encounter legendary Pokemon. Oh my god, I was loving it. And I can't help the fact that I'm hoping we have that same feeling when we are riding through portals on Solgaleo or Lunala. And I think we are. But again, it being ruined before the game comes out is kind of upsetting. But I mean, we're living in a world where, you know, it's the internet and stuff gets leaked, and, you know, and developers and producers are having interviews with magazines, you know, spilling the beans anyway. So again, they do want this information out there. Again, that's why I'm covering it, even though I was very skeptical on making this video. But a lot of people, you know, again, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, letting me know that this news was out there. And again, I comment all of them back, and I was just like it's very spoiler heavy, so I was trying to avoid it, especially reading this the first time. I was very, not down, like depressed, but I was down to the point that I was like, damn, I kind of wish I didn't read it. But again, I'm doing this video for the people who are asking for it and the people who wanted my thoughts and my opinions on it. Continuing what Sarah B has to say, it says, we will bring more information as it comes. And then they added a edit where it says, in addition to this, the Pokemon Company International and Nintendo has put out English versions that aired, English versions of the story trailer that aired a few weeks ago. I did a trailer reaction review to it. If you want to see my trailer reaction, here's a card to it. Again, I will not be doing a trailer reaction review to the English one, even though it's dope, and I recommend you check it out, because it does explain that this game is a different game from the base Sun and Moon games. Like, I've been kind of championing it ever since the announcement of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I've been kind of wondering how is it going to be different, and we did get a substantial number of things that's going to make this game different, including the way we're going to be traveling through wormholes and, again, catching legendary Pokemon. Noting the possibility of Mewtwo is basically stating that he's going to be in the game. I do hope that we do get more legendaries than we got in ORAS, even though ORAS did feature a bunch. What I'm kind of hoping is that if this is indeed the last Pokemon game on the last, you know, full line Pokemon game on the Nintendo 3DS, I kind of wish that they kind of made every single Pokemon available. I know that's probably impossible to you know, with the memory on the damn, you know, cart, and with, you know, how many Pokemon there are and stuff like that. I know it might be impossible to even think that, but my thoughts is that make this the last game, make it a reason why someone would want to complete the game. But again, I would understand them. I mean, again, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, complete the game and then make it so that you can literally complete the national decks, if that made any sense. Try to loosen up, you know, loose ends, you know, make a couple of event only, and you know, mythical Pokemon may be catchable. Again, I understand that you know, devalues, or, you know, that lessens the value of some of these mythical Pokemon, and I understand that they want to keep the value behind, you know, a shiny Celebi or whatever. Not saying give them all shiny away, I'm saying, just give us a chance to, maybe finish our national decks in one game. And I know they already announced that it's going to have 100 more. They didn't say it's going to have all the Pokemon ever in this game, so that's kind of already debunked. But again, with the possibility of being able to catch legendaries through the Ultra Wormholes, I'm kind of hoping that it is literally all the legendaries. So again, we can kind of fill up the gaps that we have in our national decks, if not, finish at least the major ones, like the box legendaries, if that may be. And that's pretty much it, guys. I was kind of sour again about reading this because of spoiler heavy stuff about Mewtwo, and how I kind of wish I was surprised about, finding out some of this stuff, even though watching the trailers kind of spilled the beans on that when you saw multiple wormholes that they had the possibility of going through. Again, I thought that was going to be exclusive to just catching different Ultra Beasts, and hopefully it being more Ultra Beasts, in the game than was actually shown to us. But that's not looking to be the case. It's looking like it's gonna, they wrapped up 3 new Ultra Beasts, and one is exclusive to Sun, one is exclusive to Moon, and then one is going to be part of this new clan or whatever, the Ultra Recon people, whatever the case may be. One is going to be attached to them, and we're probably going to have the opportunity to catch it, or probably being gifted that Pokemon anyway. But I think that that we're probably not going to see new Ultra Beasts, maybe not, but they're going to be very, very, very surprise filled as far as legendaries that we can catch in the game. Post game is looking like, and I'm down for that. This is cool information. I kind of wish I wasn't spoil you, but cool information. I'm Daddy Gamer Fred on Instagram and Twitter. Like always, you guys can bring the conversation there, and you guys are doing that, which is great. Thumbs up to the people who are hitting me up on Instagram and Twitter, letting me know there's new news that you want me to cover, because I'm always down to cover stuff that you guys want to hear. I'm the American Gamer in Switzerland right here on YouTube, and yes, I'm gonna be doing a ton of these Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon news update videos. The best way to catch them all is with a subscription, so please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button, because it does help me out a ton as far as growing the channel is concerned. Peace. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon news update video, and enjoy Pokemon, please. Let's try to keep the spoilers until the game is released. But if there are more spoilers, I'll probably do another video and basically drop a disclaimer, even though my title may be spoiling. So excuse me for that. But peace, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.